What's up, guys? Case here. So, first off, I want to apologize for my hair being whatever this is, as well as if you can see glitter on my face or my arms or something. I was helping them put up Christmas decorations at work, and glitter literally gets everywhere. And so I do apologize for that. If you can see it, I don't know if you can see it or not, but if you can, that's what that is. Because this is the second year in a row that I have done Christmas decorations at work, and it literally gets everywhere. Like, drenches your body in glitter. So, after that, on this video, I wanted to... Fuck you, hair. On this video, I wanted to talk about college, because I feel like a lot of you may want to know my college story, because it's actually kind of funny and it's kind of relatable. Most kids don't know what they want to do when they start college. I know I didn't. When I was in high school, I had no fucking idea what I wanted to do. So college was a very scary thing for me because I had no idea what I was doing. So there's that. But if you know what you're going to do, then probably better off just going ahead and going to college and doing it, which is what some people do. You know, if you've had this dream of being a fucking surgeon for your entire life, by all means, go ahead and do it. I'm not telling you to not. But if you're like me and you had no idea what you want to do when you got out of high school, I'm going to give you a couple options first, and then I'll explain why. From experience, if I could go back now, right out of high school, I would have waited a whole year, got a job, and just worked and figured out what I liked to do, because I really had no idea what I wanted to do. So that's what I would have done, is take a year off, find who I was, find out what I wanted to do, and do it. Then, if you want to go to college, but you don't know what you want to go for yet, I recommend going ahead and taking your core classes, which are the first 2 years of a 4-year college. That way, once you figure out what you want to do, you can go straight into it and you don't have to take core classes, which is like math, your science, your history, your Englishes, that. Then, once those are up, you can figure out what you want to do, go into it, bang. The reason this is if I could have done that, I would have been so far ahead. And I could have gone straight into, now I could have gone straight into cosmetology classes instead of having to take 2 core classes. So there's that. Now I'll change into what I did. Right out of high school, I went to the technical school in the town that I live in, and I went for radiology tech, which is people who x-ray your bones when they're broken. Which is cool, right? Because my mom wanted me to do something in the medical field because it was something that was always going to be around. You were always going to have it. Blah, 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 blah. But I didn't want to do it because I don't like medical stuff. So, finally, I just said, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do it just so you'll shut up. So I did it, and I hated it. The first day of my classes, literally, my first medical class, the first day of it, I sat at my desk and I said, fuck this. This is not what I want to do for the rest of my life. So then I failed that class, but I kept going in the year. A normal person would have went home and said, I am not doing this, but I was terrified of my mom, so I wasn't about to say, yo, bitch, I ain't doing this shit. So I went through it and I hated it. I hated every minute of it. So then I decided to go and try something else. I had an epiphany one night. I had this dream where I was like in this magazine place and I was writing articles and I was like head journalist and I was blah, blah, blah. So I thought, maybe that would be cool. Let's try that. So I transferred from the technical college I was at to the university in the town I live in as a creative writing major because I wanted to be a travel journalist. So I transferred, did all that, went through a whole year of that, failed out of the university. Real college is not for me. Failed out of it, Hated every second of it. And then I decided that when I was talking to calling my Aussie mom, she's my stepmom, but I call her my Aussie mom. We were talking one day, and she was like, well, what else do you like to do? Because I feel like, and this was during when I was still in school for creative writing, she was like, I feel like once you get out, you're going to be disappointed because journalism is a dying trait. So I said, yeah, well, you know what? And she was like, why don't you just be the nail technician? And I was like, you know what, actually, I really like doing people's hair. And so that's where I am today. I'm in my 7th week of cosmetology school, and I actually fucking love it. I really do. Blue hair. So my hair wasn't this color a week ago. I just did this because I love it. I love it. It's actually green. It's like a mint green hair. And I love it. I mean, I think it was kind of a little bit of a rebellious thing. I just, I wanted to dye my hair because my mom always told me I couldn't. So that's what I did. So there was that. So that's just, what I want you guys to know is that it's okay if you don't know what you want to do. You are one of so many different people in the world. You are not alone. Every college student has questioned their life and their major choice at some point in their career. I can promise you that. I also recommend working and going to college because not only do you get more networking, so you get more people, because my first year of college, I learned a shitload about myself that I was not ready to learn. I learned that high school and college, they're no different. There's the same people. It's just more complicated classes and snobbier people. So that never changes. You better get used to that in high school because it's not going to change in college. Unless you go to like an artsy college, and then you're all going to be the same and it's going to be awesome. Like we have at the university, we had an uptown a town campus and a downtown campus. And the downtown campus was for the arts majors, like the actors and the singers and the artists and all that kind of stuff. The artsy people were downtown. And I loved it. I had a class on the downtown campus, and I loved it because downtown is such an artsy vibe. It is like the bomb. Plus, there's the best froyo place downtown. And they call it uptown, but it's not uptown, it's downtown. Never gonna call it uptown, it's downtown. And it is the bomb. It's like they have the best froyo I've ever tasted in my life. But anyways, it's like the artsy side of town. If you go down there, you see the kids like in the black with like the little hippie things across their heads and riding on their skateboards. My kind of people, honestly. I love going downtown because I just feel I feel like I fit in. But I'm not talented enough to be a singer or an actor or anything of that nature, so I could never be in there. But, yeah, so, there are those kinds of people in college that you can find if you're open to those kind of people. And if you're not, then you're not. It's whatever. If you like the preppy people that you knew in high school when you got along with them, then get along with them in high school. I didn't get along with them. So, that was my thing. I was really kind of I was just there. I was literally like this light up here. That was me. I was just there. But I was okay with it because I didn't like the people anyways. And they don't matter. Honestly, the friends you make in high school, the people you know in high school, once you graduate, you're most likely never going to talk to them again. Unless you were friends with them. And then you will. And that's okay. But some people you won't. Like if you were acquaintances with people, you're not ever going to see them again once you graduate. So don't be worried too much about making friends in high school and middle school. Just kind of distance yourself along the way. Because once you get out of high school, you're just going to get a letdown anyways. Because let's face it. Once you get out of high school, they throw you into the real world. And it is legitimately the worst wake-up call. So yeah. And don't stress in high school. Just live your life. You don't ever need to stress about what you're going to be like in college and high school. Because it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Who you were in high school isn't who you were going to be in college. And I've learned that firsthand because who I was in high school is nothing like me now. Because I thought I had to be this way for people to like me. And you don't. If you don't think you are who you really are in high school, then you need to just say, fuck it, this isn't me, and do you. Do you. I wish I would have known that in high school because then my first year of college would have been such an eye-opening experience because I found myself a lot and that was a lot. You know, finding yourself in college is a lot of work because you don't know who you were. It would have been nice to know who you were in high school so that then you didn't have to find it out in college. But I think it was the best thing ever because I got to express myself and nobody judged me for just all of a sudden changing who I was. So that's something that you should look forward to in college. You get to do what you want to do. You know, if you want to go to class in your pajamas, fucking go to your class in your pajamas. I wouldn't. But if you wanted to, you could, because no one's going to judge you, because there's probably Joe over here is probably doing the same thing. Freddie over there is probably wearing his clothes that he wore to a party last night. He probably smells like alcohol. I mean, it's just, college is a great time. I really, really hope you all go to college, because college could be the best times of your life. They weren't mine, because I didn't really want to go to college. In high school, I didn't even want to go to college. So that's why I kind of reserved myself from people, because college experience is not for me. Social interaction isn't really for me. So yeah, before I continue to babble about things that don't even make sense, like the fact that the best froyo place was downtown, that had nothing to do with this conversation. But, I'll let you guys go. I won't make you sit here and listen to me babble about bullshit that you don't care about. Because you probably don't, but that's okay. So comment down below some topics. I know I said I would talk about college, but now that college is over, you could give me topics. You can talk. I will talk about anything. I like to talk to you guys. I actually like to sit in front of a camera and talk. Which is weird, because I don't even like to talk to people. But I feel like we can talk like this, and it's perfectly fine. If you want to know about, since I mentioned work earlier, if you want to know about work, I won't totally talk about where I work. I will not say where I work or anything else. But I do work in a retail store, so if you want to know what it's like to work in a retail store, comment down below. I'll talk about that, because let me tell you, if you've never worked in retail, you need to be prepared. You need to be prepped. Because I promise you, it is an eye-opening experience. So if you want to see that, comment down below. I'll talk about that. I'll probably actually talk about that in my next video. That should be interesting. Because let me tell you, once you work at retail, you will think of every store you walk in totally differently. I promise. Because I do. So if you want to get a good job, I do recommend retail. Because retail is actually pretty awesome. You get to do a lot of stuff. You get to meet a lot of people. You get to better yourself in the different things in the store. Like, you don't just have to stay. I'm talking about a completely different video. That'll be in the next video. I just gave you a preview for the next video because I just love talking to you guys. So I'm gonna go because it's almost 5 o'clock and I'm actually really hungry. So I'm gonna go get something to eat. But I'll talk to you guys next week, and you always matter. Remember that you always matter, because you do. You matter to me, and I love you. If nobody else does, I'm somebody, and you matter to somebody because you matter to me. So I'm going to let you go. I've said this like 4 times. But I'm going to go get some food. Probably going to get some Zaxby's because I'm really craving it right now. So I'm going to go get some food. Like, subscribe, comment, topics down below. Follow social media down below. I'll attempt to follow some of you back. I might not follow all of you back. Depends. But I'll try. And let me know in the comment section some topics you want me to talk about. Or, you know, what you want to go to college for. What do you want to go to college for? Do you want to go to college? Do you want to go to just work? Let me know what your college experience is going to be like. Or what your college experience is like now. So comment that down below. Like, subscribe, all of that. And I'll see you guys next week.